we just did a warm-up for. I call it a lesson that's not a big leap. It's not a big leap like you did with all of the double tape diagrams. But what you will find, and at least I have found over the years, is that even though it's not difficult, I call it a lesson that is loaded with snipers. What do you think I mean by that metaphor? Nick?
That it has a lot of stuff to do with problems.
Not quite. Not quite. You know what a sniper is? They sit there low in the grass and they pluck you off. Okay? It's a lesson that's loaded with snipers. It means that there are things that will seem easy, but if you're not careful, it can take you down. So when you go through this, and I show you how to go through these problems and divisibility rules, you got to do it the way that I'm going to show you how to do it. Because if you try to take shortcuts, it's going to sneak attack on you and get you. It's going to bite you right in the ankle. Okay, I've seen it so many times. So the way that I show you to do it the way that I show you to do it, and I guarantee you will not get caught off guard by one of those snipers. All right? Everything on the first page is what we discussed. These are all of the rules for the numbers that you're responsible for. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. You're going to have a quiz on this on Friday. I'm just going to tell you right now. Okay? So I'm going to give you, not that you have to memorize these rules, but I'm going to give you 10 numbers, and as you'll see, what we do here on page 2 together, you'll have something like that on Friday that you'll have a quiz for. Let's go to exercise 1 on the next page. What you need to do is apply the divisibility rules to figure out, in this case, if 120 is divisible by these numbers. So here's how you do it. What's the test for 2? Or what's the rule for 2? Somebody I haven't heard from yet. Ethan, what's the rule for 2? And if you get stuck, go back to the cover page. I'm not asking you to memorize this right now.
It has to be an even number.
Has to be an even number. Is 120 an even number?
Yes.
Will 2 work?
Yes.
So you list it. What's the rule for 3? If you forgot, look back. Val. Very good. Add up the digits. What do you get? 1 plus 2 plus 0. Will 3 go into 3? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
3 will work. List it. What's the rule for 4? Nick.
If the last digits that 4 people.
Okay, Nick said take a look at the last 2 digits. In this case 20. Will 4 go into 20? Therefore, will 4 go into 120? List it. How about the rule for 5? Aiden Byers, what's the rule for 5? Correct, sir. Does it end in a 0 or a 5?
Yes.
5 will work. What about 6? Caitlin. Since you've already listed 2 and 3, 6 becomes an automatic. It will work for 6. Now, bear in mind, just for divisibility rules, we don't care how many times these numbers go in. 2 times 60 happens to make 120. We don't care about the other half of that factor. We just want to know whether these numbers will go into it. What about 9? How many say yes for 9? How many say no for 9? All right, good. A lot of kids get caught up sometimes because they do it in reverse. They add it up and say, oh, it adds up to 3, and 3 goes into 9, so they say yes for 9. But 9 has to go into 3, and it doesn't. So 9 is no good. What about 10? That's always the easy one. If it ends in a goose egg, it's good for 10. So yes? Done. Let's do one more together. 435. Yes or no for 2?
No.
Why not? Mikey?
It's an odd number.
It's an odd number, so no. What about 3? Ange? Why?
If you add up all the numbers, you always have the numbers,
Right, if you add up those 3 digits, it adds up to 12. 3 goes into 12. 3 will work. When you guys show your work for this, I would expect you to add up the digits for every single one of these. It's somewhere I need to see that you're adding it up, because you're going to need it for 3 and 9. Rule for 4. Well, tell me first, will it work for 4? How many say yes? How many say no? Why not? Joe? Right, you look at the last 2 digits. 4 can't go into 35. No for 4, don't list it. Yes or no for 5?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes or no for 6?
No.
Right, 2 and 3 have to both be in there. If you don't see a 2 or you don't see a 3, bye-bye to 6. 9. Right? Remember, you've already added the digits for 3. 9 can't go into 12. No good for 9.
Plus 9 would be 35, 36 would be...
No. We're not looking at the last 2 digits. We're looking at the sum. We added it up for 12, for 3. 3 goes into 12, so 3 works, but 9 can't go into 12. So 9 does not work. Because the rule for 9 is add the digits and see if 9 goes into it. What about 10?
No.
No.
Yes.
No. Doesn't end in a goose egg. Done. We'll do one more together. 228. Tim, yes or no for 2? For 228? Charlie?
For 2, yes.
Stephen Matera, yes or no for 3?
No.
What do the digits add up to?
14.
Add them carefully. Will 3 work? 3 can go into 12. Megan Defka, yes or no for 4?
Yes.
Why?
Because 4 can go into 12.
This is what I mean. Sometimes it happens. Is you'll get the rules confused. Look back and say, okay, what was the rule for 4? Megan's right. 4 will work, but not by the reason that she stipulated. Matt, why does 4 work? Right, Megan, we have to look at the last 2 digits, and 4 does go into 28, so it will go into the entire number. The ones you have to watch out for are 3, 4, and 9. Those are the ones that you guys, that's probably new to you. And 4 is definitely by far the hardest, because kids forget. It's not adding the digits of 4, it's looking at the last 2 digits. The only test that you're adding for is 3 and 9. 4, we're looking at the last 2 digits. What about 5? No for 5, don't list it. What about 6?
Yes.
2 and 3 are attached, good for 6. What about 9?
No.
What about 10? Done. One more, I promise. I want to make sure you get it. Griff, 540, yes or no for 2?
Yes.
Agree. List it. Talk to me.
548, that makes 9.
Right, we're only adding for the rule test for 3 or 9, though. The rule for 2 is it an even number? And it is. Only add them to see if it will work for 3 or 9. The rule for 2 is if it ends in a 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. I think I threw you a curveball. We'll talk about it. What about 3? Soph? Yes or no for 3? First, find the rule for 3 and read it out loud to me. What's the rule for 3?
If the sum of the digits is divisible by 3.
Okay, sum means add them up. 5 plus 4 plus 0, so. Will 3 go into 9? Will 3 go into 9?
Yes.
So it will go into 540. Trist, what about 4?
Wait, for D,
Yep.
4, 10, because 4 times 10 equals 40.
We're looking at those last 2 digits of 4, and he's right. What about 5? Say it out loud, everybody.
Yes.
Ends in 5 or 0. What about 6?
Yes.
What about 9?
Yes.
First one, that 9 works because 9 goes into 9. And what about 10? It will work for all of them. All right, I want you to get into your groups and complete this page. And then come and see me for a check, okay? Raise your hand if you learned prime and composite numbers in elementary school. All right, what's a prime number? By definition. Do you know? I bet you could probably do which numbers are prime, but I bet you don't know why or by definition what makes it prime.
The glove is right there.
No, I want that one. Hot potato. Are you okay? Go get the other one. Go get the other one. Give me one. Give me one more. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Go. There. Oh, this is awesome. This is good for hand-eye coordination. All right, we go. All right. We're back. Anybody that logs on to the bar will have absolutely no idea what just happened in that last 38 seconds. Too much fun. Anyway, my question was, I'm out of breath. You all good? Hot and sweaty? Yeah, we'll cool out. There we go. That won't come out. It's nice and cold.
I know.
Oh. Ready? Hold on. Isn't that nice? All right, keep that there. Anyway, back to the question. By definition, what's a prime number?
It can only be the only factors of it are 1 and itself.
Correct. Only 1 and the number itself goes into it. Composite. The P's.
For 1 and itself, well, 1 and more numbers can go into it.
Say it again because I think you're right.
1 and more numbers can go into it. Like if it's 6, 2.
Or, yeah, right. Another number will go into it other than 1 and itself. Okay, so here we go. If one other number goes into it other than 1 in itself, it's automatically composite and we don't have to worry about it. So here's where the snipers come out, because I'm telling you, some kids will look at a number, because I know I see it every year, and it looks like it could be prime, and they don't do the divisibility tests for that number. And I want you to do that. Know your divisibility rules and use them to determine whether it's prime or composite. So I start you off real basic. 4. Will 2 go into it?
Yes.
Go no further. If one number other than 4 or 1 goes into it, it's composite. Put C.
Yeah.
It can be simple, guys. It's a simple activity, but you gotta watch out for the snipers.
Like in 9.
What about 9?
Impossible.
Hannah,
Huh?
why?
Because it's not.
Can a number go into 9 other than 1 or 9?
Yes.
What number? 6 can't go into 9, but there is a number that goes into it. 3 will go into it. Right? All agree?
Yeah.
It's composite. And I've seen it. I have seen kids put down P for prime for 9.
Oh, wait, you took the C down?
Be careful.
It works.
Yeah. 23, will 2 go into it?
No.
What about 3? 4? 5? 6? 7 or 8 we don't care about in this case. What about 9? 10 work? Prime. $12. Always start with 2. Because maybe you don't need to go any further. Will 2 go into it?
Yes.
Composite. $11. Will 2 work? 3? 4? 5? 6? 9? 10? Prime.
What about 3 3/4?
Tough guy. It's got to be a whole number. 16. Will 2
No,
work?
I put down 5,
Pause.
but still.
You ready to really play?
Yeah.
Yeah?
All
All right, here we go. Stay on the stage, because you need your hangman. Ready? Continue on this page and make it 125. Will 2 work?
Yeah. No.
Will 3 work? 4 work?
Yeah. No.
Will 5 work?
Yes.
Composite.
What's the next one?
Here we go. Composite or prime? Prime or composite?
Composite.
If you said prime, give yourself a body part. It's a sniper.
13 3.
Because it looks like it could be prime.
Yeah.
Will 2 go into it? Will 3 go into it? Composite. This one, huge sniper throughout the year. You'll see it on review sheets, and kids will get it wrong. Because they don't go through their tests. They'll look at it and say, oh, it looks kind of prime. I guess I'll put it down as prime. And it's not. Couple more.
Mr. Alessi, do 91. I know.
How do you say composite? How do you say prime? Let's go through the rules. Will 2 work?
No.
3? 4? 5? 6? 7? Oh yeah, we skipped 7. Or do we skip 7? That's the question. Okay. And I wouldn't throw this on a test with you. I wouldn't, because there are numbers that 7 will go into it, but there's no rule for 7. However, Luke is right. 7 times 13 makes 91. So technically, it's a composite number. But I'm not looking to trick you on the numbers that are outside of the rules. I won't do that to you. Okay? But I do want you to go through the ones where they do work for rules. I'm going to put that as a composite, but you're not responsible for knowing it, because that's a tough one. Prime or composite? How many say prime? How many say composite? What number goes into it? 3 will work. It is composite. This is also a huge sniper that I see throughout the year. 39, 57, and the other one that also I see a lot is 87. 3 will work for it. A lot of times the 3 will go into it. Okay? Just for fun, 121. Phil. How do you say composite? How do you say prime? Well, you guys are smart. Again, it's one that I'm not going to hold you responsible for because 11 times 11 makes 121. See, where it gets a little tricky is if I say a prime number times a prime number. If the prime number times the prime number results in a number that doesn't fit into the divisibility rules, it's still composite, but I'm not looking to trick you. I just want to know if you could see out of 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, and 10, and 6, if any one of those numbers work, it's composite. Okay? I would like you in your groups to get through as many of the problems as you can in the booklet, and then I'll let you know what you have for homework tonight, because that's it for today.
Okay.